Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. In this episode, we're gonna take a look at this material map generator add-on. From the requirement, unfortunately, this only works for Windows and Linux at the moment. But I checked this plugin or add-on, and this was based on this material map generator by Joey Valentin, and which is this one. And I used this before, and I know this works better and faster if it's worked with the GPU. If you're using Mac M1 Metal engine, you cannot really use this add-on with GPU yet, so you need to supply CPU. But anyway, it will generate PBR like normal, roughness, displacement. This is gonna be automatic. It's gonna try to guess the image texture and then generate the PBR for you. So the idea here, of course, you can supply your own texture like seamless texture, or you can use dream texture, which is the one from Carson Cutry. This add-on can generate textures from using AI, and it's gonna be seamless, and you can just use it right away. What's missing, of course, okay, this is some of the example that's made using seamless dream textures. I show you in the previous video, but the one that's being generated using material map generator is this one. Okay, I just did something earlier. This is just random abstracting, and this is the output. It's actually, yeah, it's taking a while if you actually try to do this, but it's still at least it works on the M1 machine. I will show you. So okay, let's try this. Okay, it's too hard to read. So basically, we start from, okay, this is the finished version. I will just put this into a folder. Just put it here. And I will create a new one. So we pick a texture from here. Before we do this, let's actually make something using dream texture. Okay, I already have the add-on set up. So this is the whole step. You make sure you install dream texture, and you can use the Dream Studio or the ones that's run locally. I will just run it locally. I will make the iterations set to 2020, so it's faster, or maybe even 15. Just 20 is okay. And I will create a prompt. Instead of newspaper, I want something with a lot of metals. So let's start from here. Okay, this is the whole steps. I want to have like a complex interface cyberpunk. Oh, actually controllers, actually I don't need to specify cyberpunk, just complex machine controls. And I will try something that's looking complex and like metals made. Okay, yeah, something like this is kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, okay, let's try. Copy the prompt. And in order for this to be simpler, I'll try to simplify the prompt. Corroded metallic control board. We don't need the vegetation. We need the wires and metal. Steampunk controller, computer chip, CryEngine 8K. Yeah, just simplify the prompt. Copy the prompt, paste it into dream textures. Make sure the seamless is selected, and then you also select the texture in the prompt. seamless in both X and Y axis, and you just hit generate. So this might take a while, so maybe 4 or 5 minutes. In the meantime, I can show you the previous one. Okay, let's say this will generate a texture. Let's see if this is, yeah, okay, it's already running. It's gonna take 20 steps. Okay, cool. So we have something earlier. Okay, this is some of the example from Dream Texture. This one takes a while, like overnight, but you can make like maybe hundreds of variations, something. But anyhow, let's say I pick something here. So while the Dream Texture is generating something, I also want to turn this into something else. So I'll pick this one and put it inside this folder. So this is the material map generator from GitHub. It's not the Blender add-on, but this is the original one. Once you have this in your computer, you just actually go to terminal and you just run the Python code. I will right click here and then new terminal at that folder. So we have this terminal. Change the color so it's easier to read. So material map generator, I will list, and I will just run python generate.py. It's gonna complain because the torch is not compiled with CUDA. This is the module that's not working right away. So we need to specify CPU, python generate CPU, and then it will check inside this folder. Okay, it finds a single texture over here, and it will try to guess what's the material of this, and then we're gonna get output in about a few minutes. So it's gonna take a while as well because we are using CPU mode. So this is the one that I prepared earlier, the PBR. It will happily take PBR material if you name it properly. So diffuse, this displacement, normal, roughness. So this was created by MaterialMapGenerator. So now let's demonstrate this while it's still using Dream Texture. That's okay. Takes a while. And my machine is slowing down. That's okay. I will just for demonstrations. Material PBR. We have this monkey head. I'm just gonna do Ctrl+2, right click, shade smooth. I will create a material for Suzanne, the monkey head. Okay. And go to shader of the material. By the way, I'm using Blender 3.5 alpha. So it's still, I heard alpha 3.5 alpha is faster with M1 or M2 machine. We need Wrangler. We need Node Wrangler to be turned on so that we can use Control-Shift-T, and we can load our dream material. This one. Select all. Reload. It's gonna create the setup for us. Okay. Diffuse goes to base color, roughness, normal map, displacement, setup. Okay, this normal map maybe is too high, and then displacement also. It's set already for you, but we can while this is still generating something for us. 7 more steps gonna finish. Switch to cycles. We have this material already set. Okay, it should be seamless. We can actually control the size mapping of the material. Make this 10 times, for example, or 4 times. Yeah, this is looking quite nice, right? You can see the normal render. Okay, by default we have camera, light, and Suzanne. This is the light. Okay, it's already looking quite nice. This is the PBR that's being generated using the material maker. It's pretty clever. So it's looking at the texture and it's trying to guess how much material, how much roughness that it has. Okay, so if we use cycles, okay, and maybe sky textures, and we're gonna adjust the color management, filmic, medium contrast, exposure, adjust the exposures. We have the sun in the background. We don't actually need the sunlight, but it's okay. This light actually also add, so it's like a morning time scenes. And we have this guy's displacement. Actually, you can use the vector displacement as well, but also here in the settings, turn on bump and maybe displacement and bump. Now, yeah, the effect is much stronger, especially if you increase the displacement. Right, so this is something that actually comes for free from textures into this guy, MaterialMapGenerator. Let's see if our thing is actually getting any result. Still, it's gonna take a while. Oh my goodness. Okay, this takes a while. In the meantime, let's actually do something funky. Geometry nodes. This is a bonus tutorial. We have the monkey head that's been subdivided. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I will create a geometry nodes. I will turn the mesh into volume and turn the volume into mesh. Let's see if this works. Voxel size. Okay. It's probably alright. Volume to mesh, and I'm just gonna decimate. Mesh, merge by distance. So I'm really remeshing Suzanne. Ah, finally we get a result. Okay. Supposedly this is seamless. I don't believe it's seamless. It is seamless. Save as. Save it on the desktop. Cool metal. So we got this cool metal. This one already completed. Oh, okay, now everything works. This is a cool metal. Just copy this paste it into material map generator. First of all, I'm gonna put this into a new folder. That's a new material, right? Let's call this fiber virus. Okay, just rename this diffuse. So diffuse, displacement, normal, roughness. This is also seamless. Input, we have the cool metal with this funny name. Let's just run this once again. So this will process our cool metal and we'll have a PBR in a bit. Suzanne, we need something. Oh, I can run this once again. Okay, it's gonna redo with a different seed. I haven't finished with this guy. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this one. I'm just gonna let me think. Slow. Just gonna do split edges, random. So we're gonna random split. And smooth. There you go. This is one of my favorite effects. Bevel. Bevel. Set material. And render. Okay, we apparently lost the UV. We need some kind of quick way to do the UV with geometry nodes. In the meantime, I'm just gonna right click, convert this to mesh, and F3 smart UV. Boom. Reassign the material. There we go. That's what I want to show you. It's not really necessary, but this guy, okay, this guy is supposedly seamless. So let's try another monkey head. Currently we don't have the PBR, but we're gonna try assigning the one that we have made earlier. Okay, dream texture add-on is still making a new texture for us. Seamless cyberpunk thing. We have a new monkey head. We're gonna assign this with that fiber virus texture that we have earlier. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Let's resize this 7 times. Can you see the PBRness? Maybe the normal need to be adjusted until you are happy with it. So this is normal, and check the result. the sun needs to be rotated, so it's at the front. And maybe displacement. And I forgot this displacement and bump. Might need to increase this subdivisions. So we get like a noodle, head, fiber, metal. This guy is still working. I might wait a bit. We don't have, unfortunately, we don't have indicator of how long it's gonna take, but really, again, so to summarize the whole process, find a cool prompt from Lexica art, from what other have made, and then create something using Dream Texture. This one's still calculating. It's gonna 11 steps, okay, 10 more steps. That's gonna take a while. You're gonna get a result which is like a seamless. I could try to use this texture now without the PBRness. So create a new material, create image texture. All right. But we also need to set up this mapping, right? Texture coordinate mapping. This if you do it manually. Texture mapping coordinate. Plug this in from UV, and then you do the mapping. Scale if you want to. There you go. So it seems to tile rather quite nicely. We got the seam here because that's where the UV actually is doing its seam. If we want the PBR, we wait until this generate result, which is here. It's just generate result for us magically. So delete all of this. Once again, magically, let's save this as cool metal. Cool metal. My machine is struggling, but if everything runs on metal, it should be faster. That's the theory anyway. Cool metal. This guy should be named diffuse. Now back to Blender. Ctrl+Shift+T. Metal. Cool metal. Select all. Oh, the naming is really weird. Okay, wait. Let me fix that. Diffuse, displacement, normal, roughness. Metal, you control the amount of metal yourself. Ctrl+Shift+T. Cool metal, select all the texture, set it up for us automatically, Blender. Now also, before I forgot, change this to from bump only to displacement and bump. And then we adjust the normal map, make it smaller. See, like that's exactly what I want. This is, I think, quite a nice looking texture. 7. This guy is almost finished. Oh, it's already finished. Is that the new metal? Maybe it's the old one. In just few seconds, we get a new one. Yeah, displacement is too strong. Yeah, that's the result. This one, okay, that's the new one. Image, save as. You just need to do this, like repeat and repeat and repeat. If we specify the iterations, how many images to generate, maybe like 100, and then you use hit generate and then go to sleep, right? Overnight, do it overnight. Don't do it now, it's gonna take, it's 5 minutes or 4 minutes per texture, but you get this PBR quality material. So combine the dream texture with material map generator, and you can end up with unlimited, infinite number of texture based on your prompt. So there you go. Hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.